All right, well, we may have to sound the alarms for Jack here, but he'll join us in just a little bit. There's a nationwide shortage of Adderall that may last into 2023. That's got to be alarming, right? For people that obviously need that on a daily basis.
It probably is alarming, but I feel like it's also overprescribed to kids, to children.
Totally. And just in general, I feel like in college, definitely, because that's when, and I don't know how it is, like I would take an Adderall for if I wanted to just knock out a full week of homework, and I would like pulling all-nighters. That was something I did like every Sunday in college. I liked. And,
yeah.
But I didn't really like it, I don't know if I couldn't eat on it. I don't know if that made me didn't want to even ask for a script, of be
the amount of kids I knew in elementary and middle school who were prescribed Adderall, there's no way it's that good for you. It's that good when you're that young. It's got a potentially stuck growth with you not eating, stuff like that. I feel
but Kelsey needs it too to function. Jack, we were just saying, are you sounding the alarm for the nationwide shortage of Adderall that might last?
Yeah, we're talking Adderall. No, I'm good. I think I need it fucking horribly too, though. So that'll actually suck if.
Well, what happens to you if you don't take it, right? Your entire day's kind of messed up.
I mean, I already literally, even when I do take it, it just helps me. At least I can hyper focus on one thing for a certain amount of time. If I don't, I'll be cleaning my room or just not doing anything. But yeah, it is kind of messed up how they have little kids take it. I didn't start taking it till high school, but the scariest part about it is it's not an old enough drug that they have studies on.
Right.
Well, the best studies would have come from Germany, but post-war Germany was obviously not the spot to be able to, I don't know, nobody wanted to go over there because everyone hated them, and then there's so many sanctions and stuff, they weren't going to invest in those studies. But that's where Adderall comes from, is Hitler got everyone on meth, and just a little meth. That's all it is.
And Zoloft's kind of in the same boat where it's all right, we've got 20 to 30 years of kind of underneath our belt as a sample size. And the doctor, I just went to a physical, he was like, so I think you're good to stay on it. I'm like, all right, cool. That's chilling. But even I would find with Adderall, when I took it in college, to get stuff done, I would hyper focus, like you were saying, on the opposite. I would all of a sudden sit down and be like, all right, I should totally go back for 5 years of photos and make an album right now. I would just randomly do the most random tasks I could put myself to.
I'll do that when I don't
procrastinate.
Yeah, I'll literally go limitless in my room and just clean the fuck out of it. But I don't know. I didn't think it was that serious, but that actually will fucking blow, because my doctor is a straight up quack here, but my old doctor,
he probably has no idea all of a sudden, hey Sally, where's this month's shipment here? What?
He's an idiot. One time he would call me and he was trying to he was reading me. He's like, all right, so you need a refill of these, and he read a sleeping pill, and and I'm like, no, I don't take that. And he's like, oh, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I keep track of people, it helps me decipher through people based on their occupation. Do you work at Pizza Hut? I go, no, dude. And he's like, oh, my bad. I guess the nurse switched up the charts. And I'm like,
whose file did you have
to prescribe me sleeping pills?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, meanwhile, sorry, Alex.
I was just gonna say, I had a good doctor, and when I moved to Denver, I just didn't go get another doctor, because similarly, I don't like being on it. But
yeah,
I think I need it. In college was the environment that I definitely benefited from it, and
exactly.
I don't know, dude. I have so much mixed feelings about that.
I mean, it fucking blows for sure. And like my come down in the afternoon sucks, but like there's a difference with like people who take it to study because it does help. But like when you literally can't, like if you like when I took the test with my old doctor, like if you go look up like the like personality of someone with ADHD, like I pretty much hit it to a T, and like it's fucking miserable trying to just do random tests. That's probably why I fucking had shit grades. But
when you, let me ask you this, Jack, when you don't take Adderall, is it the I guess picture this, like you're just sitting there and it's, if a window's nearby, it might draw your attention, and then all of a sudden like someone tapping or some sort of noise will catch your next attention, and like you can't ever just stick to one thing. Is that?
Yeah, my brain, I'm constantly thinking about different shit and like just that's just how it is.
I feel it.
Well, meanwhile, Circle K, they're prescribing, but they're just going to be selling marijuana at its stores. Did you see this in Florida? Yeah, I'll do a hot cup of coffee, Snickers, and a gram of Sunshine Delight to go. It's in Florida, which isn't decriminalized, but it's for medical use. So if you have a medical card, but is this, what? Circle K is obviously a comedic branch to be doing this too. But I thought this was shocking in a red state of all places.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just gonna get more common and more normal as time goes on. I mean, you can buy a 40 ounce or a pack of beer at a gas station. So I feel like as time moves on, it's just going to be the same with weed.
Right.
I think whoever is doing their I don't know if you call that a partnership, but whoever is
marketing,
in their corporate office, because they were the first ones. I remember back when the Juul first came out, it was like you had to go to a Circle K to get pods. That was the first place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely hip.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking too that you were going to say like you could still go to a liquor store, you could still go to like dispensaries, but this is probably going to be the future. Like they have tobacco, they have beer. It's more of a limited selection. But gas stations, all of a sudden, I feel like people are going to get cut in, and that taxes play into that as well. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's no Love's gas station, right? That's your true love. Well, how about these brand names? That's Circle K. Social media went into a fracas debating whether it's okay to be flaming Red Lobster, Olive Garden, and Cheesecake Factory. And today it was Panda Express. First of all, those are all fire. And second of all, we've got an inside info here from Red Lobster's own Brennan Duarte.
Yeah. There's no reason to be what people are mad because like people, I guess, used to consider them a kind of high end, and now people get flamed if they go.
Yeah, exactly. And
right.
People were more of the outrage was people are like, you can't be flaming these restaurants. They're too good.
I don't think there's anything wrong with going to those restaurants. I think they all have solid food. I mean, sure, they're not the fanciest thing, but not everyone's trying to spend that much money all the time. I was a Red Lobster employee for about a year. They have great food.
Yeah.
For being chains, they're like, it's awesome food for someone who can have that many locations. But
they made an observation. They're like, why is the Cheesecake Factory always packed on a Friday night? Because it is. It's a fact. It's literally all those places are like the petri dish for the St. Louis community. Like it's no matter what, St. Louis is going out to the Strip on a Friday or Saturday to take in like bar dining.
Yeah.
I do have one beef with Cheesecake Factory. They got way too many goddamn things on their menu.
Yeah, I was gonna say their menu's massive, and everything's like 5,000 calories too.
Yeah, it's like why do you like have this many? Like I don't know. There's literally everything on there.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. They embrace the QR code. They probably saved them a shit ton of money. Their menu was like the Bible.
Novel. Yeah, Jesus, they got a fucking
dude. I had a Indian spot that I went to a bunch in Denver like that. But when they got the QR code, it was literally like flipping through a book.
You had to keep scrolling all the way down. You lost your place.
You had to bring like a Kindle.
If the Cheesecake Factory had that, it'd be like when you like download a file on your phone of like
my phone wouldn't have enough space.
Yeah.
Do you guys like going out to dinner if you had to choose? Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite activities to do. Just go out to dinner.
I feel like it's almost seriously, it's almost like a lost art. Like that's a very kind of 70s, or I don't know, that was the thing to do. Like that's all Larry David or like guys in their 60s want to do. It's like, let's go out to dinner. You know, a place, let's go somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
How do you feel about the service as of lately?
Like there's just like a lack of service everywhere.
I don't know. To me, it's always hit or miss, just depending upon what restaurant you go to. Like we go to B-Dubs an often amount, and the service there is absolutely fucking terrible. I feel like you go to a more high-end place, and you know the service is a lot better. I think it just depends on the restaurant.
Yeah, and the pay, obviously, too. I imagine as well. Yeah, I'm just like a homebody. I don't know. I like being at home because I like, you know, obviously having a TV on, etc. But I don't know. And I'm the CEO of DoorDash, so.
I like home on like Sundays, or like you're just like not wanting to drink and like chill. One thing I was gonna say about service is we went to a really high end place on Brennan's birthday, and dude, the shit where they do like the meat presentation. It was a steakhouse.
Oh, Brazilian steakhouse, yeah, like on a sword.
No, it was like a reel. They just like show you all their nice cuts of meat that you can buy.
Oh, sure.
$900, but it's like, dude, this shit's
it was
an hour long.
Yeah, it was like too much almost.
Yeah,
dude, there's a place out here that if we're doing a trip in Minneapolis, we got to go here, like a nice steakhouse place. Manny Steakhouse is like revered, you know, across, you know, because Minneapolis is a hub city for travel too, and like you know, this is known. It's fire. We went there for our anniversary. It was gas, but yeah, we left with just like so much food because you had to get everything. It was so good. All right. Do you guys know who Billy? I saved this topic for Brendan specifically. Do you guys know who Billy Eichner is, or Eichner?
Billy on the Street.
Yeah, like I knew him from Parks and Rec, where they almost like forced him on us in like the final season. I don't think he's funny whatsoever. But
is he the like gay dude who goes up and interviews people on the street?
Yes. Billy on the
I think
street.
he's kind of funny, actually. I think he's got some funny moments.
I thought he was funny in Parks and Rec too.
I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority.
I've never seen Parks and Rec, but I've seen some of his interviews on the street.
I find him annoying, but that's just me. Maybe I haven't watched enough of him.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he made a movie called Bros, flopped in theaters, and he's blaming straight people for its downfall. Now, first of all, is this the end? He kind of also I saw a piece about, is this the end of like, are we watching rom-coms in general? You know, is that kind of a dying art? But I mean, again, it's like, you know, it's not a homophobic thing, obviously, for me, but it's just like, do you want to go watch that? People just want to go watch I think it's a personal preference for what they want to spend 2 hours doing.
Here's a good question. Raise your hand if you've seen Brokeback Mountain.
I haven't.
All right, neither. And that's strictly because the same thing. I'm not really trying to sign up the same way I stopped watching Euphoria. I'm not trying to sign up to watch like something I don't really care to see.
That's a take. I mean, I'm shocked. What I don't watch, here's another thing too. We'll get to this for my House of the Dragon review. Is like there was so much childbirth in House of the Dragon. Like, enough with that. Please. I'm not even sure if I'm watching my own kid's birth. I'm not watching yours on TV.
So wait, his movie that just came out, is it about a gay relationship?
Yeah, it's like a gay rom-com. That was my question. Is Joey has come up with 2 additional categories of movies in addition to rom-com. There's the buddy romance, which he puts as kind of like Wedding Crashers, you know, type. And he also has the gay buddy romance, which I guess Brokeback Mountain would probably fall into, or maybe I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Or maybe I Love You Man is also another just buddy romance.
Huh.
But the description is 2 men with commitment problems attempt a relationship.
Huh.
Like, come on. I'm not watching that if that was a heterosexual movie. You know, that plot alone.
I'm also just someone who's like super weird about PDA. Like, I'm not.
No, that's a great point too. I'd like, what are you gonna watch, like a romance movie in general as a guy? I don't know.
I do fuck with rom-coms. I think they're like feel good movies. Like, you know, if you're hungover on a Sunday.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh yeah, like
50 First Dates.
Yeah, 50 First Dates is fire. Yeah.
All right, Kanye's losing his mind again. I had to alert my buddy who I'm like posting. He's a pretty good sports bettor, so I had to go, hey, friendly tip. You might want to remove your Twitter bio that says I strive to be the man Kanye is. He must have done it from freaking, before he was in college or like a high school Twitter bio. I had no idea. But what is going on? Like, I get he's making anti-Semitic remarks, but it's just like, what in God's name is he doing?
What did he say exactly? Does anyone know?
I don't think anyone knows. Yeah.
It was something about like,
didn't he say like we got to go like DEFCON 3 on the Jews or something like that?
Yeah, he claims it was a
5.
DEFCON. Well, DEFCON 5 means there's nothing wrong. DEFCON 1 means full. But he was probably an idiot and just didn't know that.
Right. But he's basically making the media circuits just saying, really hateful things, but he's almost saying it in like a joking manner. Like he just thinks what he's doing isn't wrong.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with his brain.
He did get clipped though on one that went viral. The one about him, like they made it sound like he was like the whole body image thing with Lizzo and stuff. Like he said something about like, or they clipped it to make it look like he was like shitting on her. But if in the long clip, he's like, and my friend Lizzo, who like, he said, my friend Lizzo, he's like, she goes and loses 10 pounds and the media doesn't say anything about it. But when his
thing is kind of about what Chappelle does too, where it's like Chappelle's, he goes after the trans community because he goes, why do these people get to pass us in the line as African Americans? And Kanye's kind of saying that same thing, but making anti-Semitic remarks about it too, as well. Where it's like, hey, why are you controlling? I think he's talking about why are you controlling the media, not talking about any of us.
He basically was saying that like but then they like celebrate her for like posting videos of her like just like eating and saying she doesn't give a shit. He's like, and that's not healthy, but the media doesn't care or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also bought Parler. Did he though? That was interesting. What a choice. He's going on Piers Morgan, kind of just doing everything.
He was giving Piers Morgan lessons on how to be rich like him.
But he's getting dropped, so he's obviously losing a ton of money.
Well, did you see that they estimated his worth or like value? Yeah, I think his net worth to be 400 million now, and he's no longer a billionaire.
Oh, because he lost, the Adidas contract. Yeah. People are leaving Donda Sports, which I forgot was a thing.
Yeah, Donald.
The high school got kicked out of a big national basketball tournament.
Really?
Did you guys know Antonio Brown is the president of Donda?
I was just going to say, hold on, stop the presses. Thank God. Antonio Brown has come out and said he will remain president of Donda Sports.
Dude, he also went on, I don't know what the dude's name is, but it's some popular like rap podcast and said that Drake has fucked Kris Jenner. And he goes, Drake's the greatest rapper ever. And he's like, but what? The dude goes, why'd you say that line about, he's like, he goes, because he goes, and you know who knows too? Corey knows. And that's Kris Jenner's husband. Her boyfriend. Yeah.
Hold on. Did you tell me if we already discussed this, but do you know what Kanye or Ye meant by DEFCON 3 on Jewish people?
I mean, like, I don't even know if he knew what he meant, but he's basically like, it's the same people. He's exuberating thoughts of the same people that think the Holocaust is fake, and it's like, come on, we can't be doing this.
I saw a conspiracy theory that he's doing it on purpose to literally, even though he's like, he obviously still is like a 100 millionaire, so that he's not, he's literally like has no one like attached to him. Like it's his own wealth type deal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So no one could say, hey, you got this from the Kardashians, or
like no one can touch him. Yeah.
I mean, what is Kim Kardashian thinking? It's like, all right, they break up. He's, threatening the life of Pete Davidson. Now he's going on, he's being canceled literally. Jesus.
That's his way out of his contracts. You're right.
Yeah, that's what the conspiracy theory I saw, because apparently he's still gonna sell the like silhouette of Yeezy, but without the logo or anything.
So it's literally like the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where Larry David tries to get out of a lunch meeting by wearing a MAGA hat, and it's just like, what? Hey, Where are you going? And he's just wearing it so no one will talk to him ever again.
This is literally a Nathan for you episode for Kanye to get out of all his contracts.
Yeah. Might be a heady play, I guess.
Heard it here first.
Oh my God. Did you guys see the headiest of plays? Oh my goodness. Bezos stays winning. The NFL and Amazon literally announced the first ever Black Friday game. This guy's playing chess. Keeps everyone home to watch NFL, a majority of the population, instead of the biggest day of the year for going out and spending. He just made Black Friday extinct. It's going to be, our kids are not going to know what that is. It's Cyber Monday.
Wait, is it this year they're playing a Black Friday game?
I do not know. It was announced, but
starts next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually never clicked on the article. I was just like, oh wow, he got a Black Friday game, but that makes a lot more sense. That's insane.
This guy's playing chess.
Yeah. Well, and
keeping football on my laptop, ordering stuff.
Yeah,
it's moving that way, anyways. But he definitely that's a not a checkmate, but that's a check.
Well, and you know what it's going to be is like, all of a sudden halftime, you're going to be able to click on your screen and buy something in the middle of the Friday Amazon broadcast.
And that's a real thing coming out. A buddy of mine, he's working on marketing for a company that's trying to do that.
Yeah. No, I think Amazon's going to end up like they're going to get Sunday Ticket. Like the NFL might be heading to Amazon. MLS already departed ESPN for Apple TV Plus. They're fully funded.
Dude, if they're smart, they're definitely. That's why Apple TV didn't get it this year. Bezos stepped in the room and he's like, "Hold on, before you sign anything, let's talk."
And he's trying to get in, and he's getting in the NFL game. Maybe this would be a conflict of interest now, but he might. There's been talks that he's going to buy the Commanders from Daniel Snyder and get into the kind of fraternity circle of NFL ownership. All right, this might be a brief topic because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if anyone does, but the United Kingdom, like Boris Johnson, they get out, they run him out of office. They bring in this chick, Liz Truss, who like immediately sends the country into like panic mode and just tanks the economy. It was like, I don't even know how you do that with as little time as she was there. There was this viral thing where I think it was Daily Mail put a head of lettuce next to her and it lasted longer than her entire time in office, like the lettuce did. And it's like their currency sank. She resigned. The guy who got kicked out was going to run again. Now it's this new guy, and all of a sudden the pound's back up. Our country's in disarray. It might just be every country, right?
Well, the Queen just passed. No,
Queen just passed.
Like the whole country's like, well, now what?
Yeah, no kidding.
She was there for like 41 days, and she gets to collect like 140,000 pounds every year for the rest of her life.
Right, she's set up for life. Is that so? Isn't that how it kind of works here? Like the president doesn't make much money, right? But he's kind of just set up for the rest of his life.
They can't drive for 5 years or something like that after presidency.
They can't drive.
They can't drive during.
They have lifelong Secret Service.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Biden should have had his license taken away a couple of years ago, but
well, they put him behind a Corvette or something, and I was like, oh,
yeah, no. So it's like I don't know what's happening over there, but it's crazy. Pickleball mania. Are y'all hype on this? I remember it was probably big in New Canaan, Connecticut, but maybe there's some in Lifetime here, but Kevin Durant's buying a franchise. LeBron's buying a franchise. There's going to be a professional league. Would we watch that? I don't know. I like tennis.
Hot take. I think it's because inevitably football is going to be too violent. And have you seen high school football back home? Like when it used to be a ton of kids, now there's like a lot of kids that are transitioning, or instead of playing flag and then playing football, they're playing flag into middle school before even high school. And I think there is something to be said about like, yeah, there's going to be leagues around the country. Now, am I watching it?
Well, yeah, other niche sports are going to come up. Pickleball. Dana White just announced this on the last UFC, this big pay-per-view card this past weekend. He just purchased slap fighting And it's going to be basically another UFC that he owns. Like he literally debuted kind of a promo for it.
So then they're just like standing there holding the rod.
Yeah, smacking the shit out. I mean, I guess I'm watching that, as silly as it sounds, but
well, dude, we played pickleball in middle school, and then when I was home a week ago, my mom, like because it's like people that are older, you don't have to move as much as tennis. My mom plays like smaller, 5 times a week. I played with her one day. Shit is fun as fuck, and it literally is going everywhere. And it's kind of like golf. Like there's people like who are like, I saw someone like 85 playing there. Like,
yeah,
for the rest of your life.
So, I might have to get in on that. Dude, but it's like you need a court to play, right?
It's fun.
Yeah, but like, dude, they're
you could find them. Yeah. Is tetherball still a thing? That was a part of my youth. I feel like
I saw a TikTok of that the other day. There's still like people. There's like a part of TikTok that's dedicated to tetherball.
Maybe that's why I thought of this. Yeah, I had a tetherball when I was growing up, and it's like it just got lost in the fray. As did this.
School.
Awesome idea.
The Dave Portnoy show is done. Did you see that?
Why? I saw that. Why?
He basically
now or something.
He was bored doing it.
Yeah.
And it was like, Eddie I like Eddie, but he wasn't the greatest host. I don't know, in terms of topics. And I was obsessed with the Levitard show when they were at ESPN. I had to stop. I don't enjoy it anymore. I like the Dave Portnoy show. Now that's done. I'm running out of podcasts.
It's like BFFs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's like, when I'm doing something that I feel like is not very good content, I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm like, but you're still doing BFFs?
Is it not good content? I don't watch it or listen to it.
Well, BFFs?
Yeah.
I listen. I think it's ridiculous. I mean,
I don't listen to it, Brendan.
I just see clips on TikTok. I've never listened to an episode.
Oh, I listened to it when it first started. If you're like, it's ridiculous because it's literally just like drama about TikTok, but like you would know because you would know what's going on. And like Dave, I mean, he's kind of funny with some of the shit because like it's such a like divide.
It's him like grilling his high school kids about what they're doing this weekend.
Yeah, because he shouldn't be talking about it because he's like 40 something years old and he's talking about TikTok teenagers.
But now it's like bright, like it's almost like he's taking care of this group because this group has formed. And I get it with you, Jack, that it's like, yeah, I do. I like keeping in the know with the podcast. But yeah, it's like I don't know if I could sit down and listen to an hour of that nonsense, every week.
It's like way more inflated now nonsense too. Like when it first started, and that was when I like first was really into TikTok. Like, it was pretty funny because like Dave is pretty fucking funny, and him and John,
yeah,
like,
and that's why I was super bummed about the Dave Portnoy show is because like, it's not even so much he didn't like the content. People were listening to that show just to kind of like for him to talk about his life and the inner workings of Barstool. I think that's what I enjoyed the most of it.
Yeah.
Well, my prediction is he's like, because you know how he always talks about how he can like pretty soon here he'll be able to like leave for good if he wants to.
He's just going to be done. Yeah.
Because he has to go. I saw a video about Barstool the other day that he like the dude who wore the dress, like who always fucks with Dave, the gay dude.
Joey.
He was like fake crying on his podcast because he said his boyfriend was leaving because Dave has to live full time in Florida now to establish residency
for the tax break. Yeah.
He's burned all his days in New York, so he's not going to be there anymore. So I think that's like the start of him. Like,
but he's still doing the rundown every day. I see.
They're opening a Barstool office in Chicago too, so maybe he.
Well, that's what Big Cat's leaving. I mean, it's all the stars are all going to be fragmented, and it's like, can these
Big
guys
Cat's
carry
leaving
on?
Barstool?
He's going to Chicago. He's leaving New York. Yeah,
and they're taking. Yeah, they're taking. Pardon my take, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because
like Billy's going. I think that Jake Marsh is going.
I listened to the episode of the Dave Portnoy show where they brought Big Cat on and talked about it.
Yeah, I checked that out too.
He's like, I told Dave, like,
because he is a kid now.
Yeah, Dave's like,
I think.
Yeah.
Dave's like, I know the impact he's made on Barstool, and I always told him that, like when the time comes and he's ready to go be closer to his family, he's more than welcome to do that. So,
yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like the end of that was, I think they've been super popular. Like they always had the Northeast following and then nationwide following. But I thought they were at their heyday, like what, in kind of like 2016 through maybe before the pandemic, and they're still strong, but
yeah, I got really into it like around like 2019, 2018 sort of time. Yeah.
This was crazy. These college wrestlers saved each other from a grizzly bear attack. Like in this was a headline on ESPN by literally grappling the bear. It's like, I have this guy putting it in an arm bar. The grizzly bear taps.
Wild. Like the dude's face, like,
oh, I didn't even see photos.
Holy fuck, dude. His face is like he apparently he was like holding the bear by its neck while it was like on at its head, and then the other wrestler like swept him and did like a wrestling move. Like, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, here we go.
Shit. Where are these guys from?
It's like Montana or Wyoming.
They were hiking in Wyoming. They go to Wyoming.
Cody, Wyoming. That's my old dude. Wyoming's a different breed. That's one of the most beautiful states. Oh my God.
Holy fuck, look at his cheek.
Dude, I know. Like,
that picture's badass though.
He looks like a badass. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Like, yeah, thank God he's got his face still.
Well, dude, what better for athletes to fight a bear than wrestlers?
Bingo.
Maybe a boxer, but like.
And I'm gonna do you one better. Watch Grizzly Man, because that'll give you like the guy who documented his life by living with the grizzly bears, and he was kind of a nut job, and he ended up being mauled to death. Like that. Bears are crazy, man.
That's like the lady who had the chimp as the pet and got her fucking face taken off.
Bingo. All right. Last thing for me here. What is the most common age right now? I was putting my mind in a pretzel. It was like, wait a second, who is like, I don't know, what is the most common age? Are people even asking that? I found the data. What is the world? What do you think the most common age right now is in the world?
63.
Like people, the same age who are, I'm saying like the most 23-year-olds, the most 24-year-olds. Yeah.
I would.
57.
Okay.
I don't know. I would say because as you get older, you got more of a chance of dying.
Right.
So while there's a lot of baby boomers, a good amount have probably died off. Maybe I would say I'm gonna go 31.
It's 31. This guy's good. This guy's good. Overall in the world, it was 21 in 1970. Now it's 31. So I wonder what that means. In the US, what do you think it is? It's higher. So I'll give you that.
38.
38 and a half.
Oh my God.
This guy's insane. Japan is 49. Like, wow. That's the oldest. That's the oldest median. The youngest is Uganda, and it's 16.
Holy shit.
Like, I mean, the life expectancy there's just like there's a lot of those African countries, unfortunately, like third world. But mind in a pretzel time there for you. I binged Barry. Holy shit. That's a great ass show.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
Oh, you will love it.
What's it about?
It's on HBO. It's with Bill Hader. He's literally like, he's a retired. It's like a drama, suspense, thriller, and comedy. And he's like a retired serial killer.
Yeah.
I love Bill Hader.
He's retired.
Brennan, you are going to finish this by this time next week, and you're going to come back here and say it's one of the. It's up there. It's one of the great ones.
Is he a retired serial killer or retired hitman?
Hitman. Sorry, hitman.
Marine or whatever, and then he basically can't. Like he can't get.
He copes with his PTSD by, thinking that he's one of the good guy hitmen. It's fascinating. There's 4 seasons, 8 episodes each. They're like 30 minutes. Oh my God, it's fantastic.
Supposedly he's going to keep writing it. I saw an interview where he was like, I could keep going now that my going to keep building off of another story, but who knows?
Right. Well, you probably just blew the entire show for Brendan there, but and I will say, because I just finished season 4, it is a cliffhanger, but say. All right. So again, we're very good at this. Check out Barry. All right. Spoiler alert for Thrones, because I would say I'm not going to give anything away, but I would say it's worth it. I found myself, waiting around on Sundays for it, like I did with Thrones, like I do for House of the Dragon. It was a good setup season. The last 4 episodes were great, I thought, after I was kind of like meh on the first 5. And yeah, my thoughts on childbirth. I mean, good God, I like skipped through 10 minutes of the season finale. I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm like, this is the 5th one this season. It's like, we get it. All right, let's get the tea with Jack D. We're going to push the babbles to next week because we got to wrap up. But we're excited to get to those. Let's get caught up on what we missed here with Jack.
All right, we just got a couple quick ones for today. Brittany Griner, the appeal was denied. So unless the U.S. is going to make a deal, she's in prison for 9 years. So.
And Joey was right. It's almost like we did forget about her. Sorry, Brendan.
No, you're good. Is there any details of like her? Because like a lot of times it's like a forced like manual labor sort of prison. Is it that? Is it just like a normal prison?
That's a good question.
I think it's just rougher in a different country, as I just
for sure.
Yeah.
It was like so awkward. I was watching an NBA game the other day, and like they like took a minute to like wish her happy birthday, and I'm like, dude, like this is like a hard. They're like, and we feel for her.
Yeah, it's like what it's she can't see that. It's like, all right, this is all nice, but what is it actually doing? Like. Who would it be? Who would it be? It's a terrible game to play, but who would it be where it's like, all right, we got to get that person out of there? Because didn't Trump almost do that for like Young Thug or something?
No, you got ASAP Rocky out.
Yeah. Trump was just Ferda, I guess.
That was Switzerland, though. Who like?
Okay.
I think the issue is who like half the reason they're keeping her is just to be like fuck you to the U.S.
Right during this war game. It's like the worst time to like
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Switzerland's one of the neutral countries. So Trump was probably just like, no, give him back.
Yeah.
Elon has told the bank that he will officially close the deal Friday. He tweeted a picture this morning at the Twitter headquarters, and he plans to lay off 75% of the company.
Savage. I mean, I don't like, I guess, I mean, like anything, it's kind of like you look at, the budget, how, your inventory, how you want to run the company and then assess. But yeah, he's, dark day to work at Twitter, I guess.
I'm interested to see what he does with it, because I heard he's going to like eventually try to like, just like there'll be no more Venmo. You'll like pay people on Twitter and stuff like that. And it's
interesting.
Yeah. So
yeah, I bet he's got some great ideas,
Yeah. Netflix is going to start charging fees to your account if they catch your password being shared. So that's fucking stupid.
Narcs.
They better have like an appeal thing, because I'm logged in on like several devices, and I know the rest of the fam is too.
I don't know why they would go through that trouble, and why would they not just limit the amount of screens? Like Hulu, like Hulu Live, I can't watch, and our YouTube TV that we split with someone in St. Louis kicks us all the time because it says we're not in St. Louis.
Oh, no way.
So, yeah. I had the Adderall shortage. Barack Obama is involved in one group bidding to purchase the Phoenix Suns.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Adderall shortage. Oh, okay. Now we got some new movie news. There's a sequel to Sausage Party coming out. I never saw Sausage Party. I don't know.
Neither did I, but didn't people were outraged? Like apparently it was kind of like,
it's pretty vulgar apparently.
Right. Have you seen it, Alex? Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the mind of Seth Rogen, so it's probably pretty ridiculous.
Right.
And
they cross a lot of lines.
There is Bryan Cranston, who played the dad on Malcolm in the Middle, is developing a Malcolm in the Middle reboot.
Interesting.
So that might be good because it's him doing it. So that's kind of cool.
Did you ever see? It's on Showtime, so it's been on my list, but I've never been able to watch it. Your Honor with Bryan Cranston.
I started it. My mom watched it.
Yeah.
Good. Following the success of Dahmer, Netflix is producing an Aaron Hernandez limited series with John Bernthal in the leading role, and that's the dude in Wolf of Wall Street who is the Guido dude Brian or whatever.
He's the Punisher too. He's in a lot of good shit. I love John Bernthal.
Yeah, so
he'll be great in that. Yeah, so they're literally gonna make like biopic almost, like a series with actual actors of them.
Yeah. And my show I'm watching right now that I'm fucking hooked on, it's 9 seasons though, is Suits. I'd never seen it. Pretty fire.
I didn't dive in because apparently it falls off, kind of like Billions, but maybe I do it just to watch the first couple seasons.
First couple have been pretty good.
I'm halfway through The Offer, which is fantastic.
Fire.
It's so good.
So good. Thank you.
I'm loving it.
Miles Teller's killer, and it's literally all so spot on, and they look like the characters.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how much of a drama it was just trying to get this movie made.
It's crazy, and the whole mob's involved.
Yeah, no, it is fascinating. I'm really enjoying it. Who is that? Who's like the co-main actor? Who's like, I definitely seen it. The guy who's the owner, not the owner, the head of Paramount. He's a great actor. But
yeah,
Matthew Good or something.
Yeah, I forgot what else he's in, but he's in something pretty big. But no, yeah, like it's crazy, and yeah, I love it.
It's like 70s or 80s, 90s LA is fire too, and just the cast is great. So that's all we got. Maybe want to take us home with one babble here, Alex, as we wrap up on Winging It.
What any of them interest you?
I was I like your thoughts on robots here. You what do we got?
I was just gonna say, how do we feel about them? Because I think that since humans designed them, that's the fatal flaw that they have.
Like, are we worried about our safety? Are we worried about them taking over the workforce?
Yeah.
Like, I envision, why, like, they could run an entire fast food chain, I think, through robots at this point. But
like, they've even shown the robots I've seen, like, making, like, the whole reason they did that Taco Bell up in Minneapolis is so that robots can basically just pump it out once they figure it out.
Right by my house.
Yeah.
Anyways,
they kind of scare the shit out of me, but
They scare me.
Yeah.
Even Elon's. I mean, we've talked about that Google engineer saying he quit because the Google AI had feelings. Elon's talked about how he's like, machines are kind of just, growing on us.
Dude, like the Boston Dynamics, like the fucking dog that can do like flips and like shoot people and stuff. Like
Boston Dynamics needs to chill. Like, all right, could you guys not be this smart? Like, do we need these guys here?
That thing can run like a cheetah. Like that thing would hawk someone.
Yeah. That would do more damage than the fucking goddamn grizzly bear, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we're all out on robots. All right, we're out of time here as well on Winging It. More next week. Good to be back.